Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For the new viewers, normally I make always garments from scratch from what I see in the shops. I call that big what you see in the shops. But for this tutorial I'm gonna show you how you can change things that you bought in the shop. And this is a summer jacket my son bought, and it's a very nice one with lots of pockets because he always likes to carry everything into his pockets. And the main pockets here are the bottom ones, but they have, you see, a vertical insert and they only have one snap. I don't know if you can see it. So they don't really close up very securely. So what I want to do is I want to make a zipper here so that you won't lose your valuables that you carry here because of this vertical insert. I don't think this is very secure. So I'm going to make a zipper here and I'll show you how you can do that very nicely, that you don't see that you did it after you bought your jacket. It's not original. So what you first have to do is your jacket will probably be lined. Open up the lining here because you can of course sew it all the way down, but I don't like it. I like to do it nice and neat. So I'm gonna open up here my lining for quite a bit, that I have room to get in between with my sewing machine, so that I can just sew the zipper onto the outer fabric and not onto the lining. So just take your seam ripper and make that seam open. So you see I opened it up quite a bit because I like to have some room to work with. And then what you do is from the inside you iron on some interfacing, and that must be, I hope you can see it, here ends the pocket and here starts the pocket. It must be a little bit lower and above where your pocket starts. And you iron it on from the inside, of course, where you will sew on your zipper. So the outside of your zipper. And if you're not sure, you can also put a pin here onto the fabric that you know where it will be. But when you just eyeball it, it will be okay. It will be just outside the line of your pocket. So iron that from the inside like that onto your garment. So in between, I cannot show you, but you understand what I mean. Then you take a zipper that is a little bit shorter than the opening of your pocket. If you have a longer zipper, you can just cut it off. And what I always do is I like to attach here the top two parts together just with a simple stitching, that they don't come apart, because I don't like that. And then you put some tabs on the top and the bottom of your zipper, just by making a square or a rectangle, folding in the edges and sewing it onto the top and the bottom of your zipper like this. And when you have attached them top and bottom, the zipper with the tab should be exactly the same height as your pocket insert is. So make sure to match very closely how long your zipper should be and how big your tag should be to get the exact length of your zipper insert. So it will be like this. You have something like this, and now your zipper with the tab should be exactly the same height as your pocket insert, and that is okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew the right side of the zipper onto the jacket, but we do that right sides together. And that means that you must position your zipper so that when you flip it over to how it should be, I will pin it down and I can show you. When you when you flip it over like it should be, Then when you put the zipper into the pocket, it should exactly match here the side of your pocket insert. So find out where you have to sew the right side of your zipper, on what position, so that the zipper teeth touch the side of your pocket. And for me, where I did it now is exactly right, so that's the place where I want my zipper to be. Then of course make sure that the height is on the right place. I didn't look for that, so I didn't. But for me that means that I have to be around half a centimeter from the edge of my pocket where I need to put my zipper band. And that means I have to stitch just about a centimeter from the side of the pocket. So just pin it down and see where you flip it over and into the pocket if you have the right position. It might be way different measurement than I have for your zipper and for your jacket. It's just depending. Again, check if you haven't accidentally sewed on too much fabric from somewhere. I always check 100 times, because it's very annoying when you're finished and you notice, ooh, I attached my back or my lining or whatever. So always check while you're sewing and check afterwards, maybe you missed something. Then we have this sewn on, then you flip your zipper to the inside and you pin that to the edge of your pocket insert. And I have here the problem with my snap. I already did the other pocket, so I know that was a problem. So I have to be careful when I sew it on, that I don't accidentally break my needle here onto the zipper or onto the snap. So the easiest way is to open up your zipper so that you can insert your hand, and you can just place your pins in onto the insert and onto your zipper band. A bit of an awkward position, so I'll flip it over. You just pin that to the edge of your pocket. Like this, and then you sew here the other side of your zipper band also closed. And you will notice that was a pretty awkward position to have to sew on, but when you go slow and just feel where you are, then it's certainly possible. And also take off that bigger plateau of your sewing machine, then you have a little bit more wiggle room to work with. But then you can stitch nicely close to the edge. I now did it different than the other pocket. I just, here is my snap, I just went with my zipper foot just on that side of the snap, and I just let my zipper foot go over on the other side. I put the zipper foot on the other side so that it go from this side, and I think that was better than, but this worked also very good, so it doesn't really matter. When you go slow and just look very closely what you're doing, then it will be okay. And when it goes wrong, just take it out and do it again. That's no problem, of course. So now the only thing you have to do is do a zigzag stitch here onto the tabs on the top and the bottom of your zipper, so that it is nicely secured. Make a very close zigzag stitch, because there will be a lot of tucking onto those pieces when opening and closing the zipper. So make sure that is really secured on the edges. Then again, pin your lining and your hem together. I did it from the right side because I want to stitch here exactly where the former stitching was, so that I don't see any holes from the former stitching, and I make sure that it's attached on the one side. Just sew that down, and then no one can see anymore that there wasn't a zipper here. So, and then you have a jacket with nice pockets with zippers, that all your belongings are nice and secured when you put them in. Very easy to use, very easy to make, and way more practical than without the zippers. So I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, leave them down below in the comment section. And I'll see you again next time for a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.